Hey guys, and welcome back to Stuff Steve Likes. I'm knocking out the watch reviews today. I haven't had an opportunity to do much. Um, Actually, with COVID going on, I've actually been able to um, actually work quite a bit, which I'm thankful for, and just haven't had a lot of extra time. So definitely thankful for that. Being busy is a good thing these days. So definitely glad to be back doing some watch reviews. And this is one of my latest pieces here. This is the Casio, the DBC-32. This is what I call the Chrome Nerd. This is definitely a nerd watch, which I am definitely a nerd. I was always a music nerd and always liked, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and all that. And, I would like to say I was moderately popular, but that would probably be a fib. No, I got along with everybody. I was that kid in high school. But this is definitely a nerd watch befitting of my science fiction, fantasies, basically. You always watch the old science fiction movies, and they're always wearing some crazy looking, calculator watch or digital watch. Like in those days, if you watched, Alien or any of the, Terminator movies or anything like that, somebody was always trying to make it look futuristic. Well, this is one of those watches. They always chromed them out, had these big, basically where they made it look almost like a little wrist computer, and had typically a metal strap on it. And this is one that I've been wanting for a while, and finally bit the bullet, picked it up for my birthday this year, and I think I only paid about $42 for it shipped. I found it on Amazon. I couldn't find it locally. I've got the basic black version, like the what I call the Back to the Future watch, that has no light on it, no Databank, anything. It's just the basic calculator watch. This is actually the Databank version. So this one allows you to store phone numbers. Now, back when I was a kid in the early 90s, mid 90s, if you had this watch, you were the bee's knees because you could, store people's phone numbers in them. And that was pretty cool. So the thing I really like about this one is the way these buttons are. They don't look as cheap as the other version I have. They're actually, instead of being individual buttons that press into it, it actually looks like it's an entire panel that they put over the top of the buttons. And that's one reason the DBC-32 really spoke to me, because it has a little bit more polished look to it. Not polished even in that it's chromed out, but it just has a little bit more kind of high-end look to it. Even though it's not a high-end watch, it just has a nice look to it. The other thing I like about the display is that it gives so much info right on the front. You've got your day and date with the year, which I love, because so many times you have a watch and it'll say 20, but it won't say 2020. This one has like the full year on it, and then the big day of the week on the top, which I like. Also, if you look at it here, you can see it has auto light. You can do the light for 1.5 seconds or 3 seconds, and then you can also have a mute on it, and you can there's the DST, AM, everything there. And the auto light feature is not one that I use that much, but it actually is handy. Like if I'm out working on a vehicle late at night or something like that, and don't have time to press the light button, it's nice to just kind of flip your wrist up and have the light turn on. Let me show you the functions here. So there's your timekeeping. There's your data bank. I have sworn to myself that I would put phone numbers in here just for the simple fact that I can, and I'm a nerd like that. So, but anyway, this is where you can store all of your data bank phone numbers and so forth. There's your calculator. So let's do a little calculation. Let's do 12 times 12 equals 144. So very simple to use. Obviously, it doesn't do any crazy scientific calculator stuff, but you know, at work, if I'm just calculating tax for somebody's sale or something like that, it's kind of handy to have. And check it out. The other thing, when you're using the calculator, what do you see there? 11:58 a.m. It tells you the time, which is really cool too. Okay, there, you clear it. And then we're back here. Now check it out. Okay, so Databank, calculator. Notice how when I stayed on the calculator for a while, it actually went right back to timekeeping. Now here's your alarms, and you have a few different alarms. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Okay, let's see if I can see that here. Yep. So if you're on an alarm, you hit this button. That's your alarm on, and there's your snooze. All right, and it has, I believe, 5 alarms on this, which is cool. So there's the alarm, and see, it's going to go back to timekeeping. So Databank, calculator, alarm, stopwatch. There's your dual time, and then back to home time. Now you see when I stay on something, like say I'll stay on the stopwatch for a little bit here. I keep hitting the wrong one. Your basic stopwatch there. Keep hitting that light button. I'm used to G-Shocks. I think they're usually up here for reset. But so you stay on here for a while, and then you go back, and it goes right back to the home time, which is really cool. So it's kind of a shortcut to get back to home time. So, you know, not much else to say about it. This looks metal, but it's not. It's plastic, which I'm fine with. It's super lightweight. And you can see the light there. It's actually pretty cool. Let me close the shade. But it's actually really legible. Lights up the whole screen. A lot of them, they have this little teeny tiny LED, and you can read the hour maybe, but this one is nice and bright. As far as I know, it's just a single LED in there, but really nice. So nice light on it. Again, it does have the auto light feature. Now I don't use that feature, but it does come with it. It came with this little. I was just going to show you the box too. It's just like the most generic little Casio box of all time, and it's got the little watch stand in there. That's the box it comes with. And the other reason I got this was for the bracelet. There's not a lot of Casio calculator watches now that come on bracelets, and this bracelet is about as cheap as you can get. I mean, it's like the rattliest bracelet you've ever seen. Folded links. No safety clasp. Oop, wrong side. No safety clasp. Just kind of friction. But it is a bracelet, and it's pretty comfortable. I haven't had too many hairs pulled out by it. If they get stuck in between these little creases here, it can yank a hair now and again, but nothing crazy. Not anything like those elastic ones. Those are the worst. But this one is easy to resize, and it has, I think it has 8 micro adjustments on it too, which is really nice. So you can. These are kind of a pain to resize. You got to push this little pin out. This little goofy looking. It actually looks like a little hatchet or something. It's like a little piece with a hook on the end, or like a little axe head on the end. But not too much of a pain to resize. I had to figure out which way I was going to adjust it. If this gets too far up here, then this kind of hangs out a little bit. Like this piece will. The bracelet will actually be over here, and then this piece is sticking out. So I've found to put this on the end, have it here or here, and then adjust with these. But if you just have to do a quick resize job, then these micro adjustments are fine. And I'll see if I can show you the back of the watch here. There's not really much to show there. DBC-32. And this says that it has different languages on it too. I haven't messed with that, but for the days of the week and stuff. So nothing I would use, but very cool. Okay, so cool watch, great watch, love it, nerding out over it. Downside, no water resistance. So be aware that they claim 0 meters water resistant. So that is kind of the bummer. There is another model of this that I was looking at that did have just a basic, I think, 50 meters water resistance, which, as you guys well know, 50 meters of water resistance is basically only enough to get it splashed, like you don't want to submerge it or anything. So I don't think any of these calculator watches I would ever take around water. There's just too many places for the water to get in. But do be aware, like even if it's raining outside, you might want to take it off and put it in your pocket. Like I think that it's probably underrated as far as water, and I understand why companies do that, because they're the ones that have to repair broken watches under warranty. So I think they're just being kind of calling it safe there, to say there's no water resistance, but do keep that in mind. Other than that, though, this is an incredibly cool watch. Really has kind of itched the nerve for my nerd bug that I've got. And the other thing about this is that you can put aftermarket straps on it. This is a 22 millimeter lug here, and if you have the right type of material and your strap is fairly thin, you can actually fit a 22 millimeter strap on there. I actually have a silicone archer strap. And where did it go? Well, here it is. This is my 22 millimeter archer strap, a silicone strap, and this will actually fit on this watch. And check it out. I'm not going to put it on right now, but so this strap will go on here, and it actually works really well. So it does have a swappable strap, and not only that, but you don't have to buy a Casio strap. You can use any of these, like this is the quick release type. You can use any of these. The only thing, like I was saying, is that you need to make sure that this material here is thin enough, because it is kind of a tight fit in there. But if it's thin like this one, it works. If you had like a really thick leather strap, it probably won't work. But another kind of fun feature of it is that swappable strap. So anyway, that's the video, guys. Appreciate you stopping by the channel. Please like and subscribe if you can, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.